Ahoy hoy, I am Captain Boomies, and again I get to talk with Steve Bell from Silent Yachts as he does an Atlantic crossing on a solar-powered electric yacht. Steve, where are you in the world now?
Hi Boomies. We're still stuck in Lanzarote, so we were supposed to leave today, but unfortunately the ports police are an hour away in Arrecife, and I think it was 12:30 by the time we decided we were leaving, and we realised the port police office closed at 1.
Oh, okay. So this is a weather delay, right?
This is a weather delay due to not being able to exit the country. So we're ready to go. We're all sorted, and we are going to get up at 7 o'clock tomorrow, get in a taxi for an hour, go to the police station, stamp out on this new EU system. Even me, as a Spanish resident, crazy. And then we're back here, and hopefully we're going to leave at about 9 o'clock.
Well, you can't be the only vessel that's going through this kind of thing. It's got to be pretty busy there.
Everyone else is gone.
Oh, no.
No. The Ark left about 10 days ago, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the weather's fine. We're well provisioned. We just done a few been out today, just playing around with the autopilot settings, trying to make it a little bit more responsive. So, it's all good learning.
That's excellent.
And coming down from Gibraltar, we were expected to go straight to Lanzarote. We're in Playa Blanca, but the weather picked up a little bit, so we made the decision to divert to Agadir, which was the right call. I think it was 3 or 4 meter waves, 12, 13 feet for you guys.
That sounds 30 uncomfortable.
Knots, I don't want to do that. Absolutely.
That sounds very uncomfortable. Okay.
So a couple of days there, and we got down here a couple of days ago. So it's nice. It's a nice place. The weather's good. Just a few little things to sort on the yacht.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're getting to do this again, because I feel like it's giving me an opportunity to address the internet. I'm very familiar with how the internet works, and I should have known better when I said that you were going to be crossing the ocean on solar power, because of course there's some limitations to that, and I would love to dig into some of those today so that I can tell the internet what's up for real. So let's talk about real burn rates that you've experienced so far in terms of your kilowatts. And let's put some of this to bed about the fact that, you're going to have to turn the generator on.
Yeah, it's dark for 12 hours at a time. So we don't have any solar. Let's put it in perspective. In the Bahamas last year, we cruised for 5 days from Great Exumas to Georgetown to Nassau, New Providence. In 5 days, never on the generator once. So, but we didn't cruise at night. We cruised for 2 or 3 hours a day, put the anchor down, had a swim, chilled out. What we're doing here is we're running 24/7. There's nowhere to stop.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to run this, so looking at some numbers, we have 350 kilowatt hours of battery capacity. We have 16.8 kilowatt peak of solar.
Okay.
And when we run at 5 knots with 6 kilowatts hours aside and 3 kilowatt hours running the hotel load, let's say we're 15 kilowatt hours. Mm-hmm. So we're going to use 300 or so kilowatt hours in 24-hour period.
Right. So you have a deficit. You have a deficit.
Yeah, because if we wanted to run by solar only, I think we'd need 600 solar panels.
Okay, how many do you have? How many more do we need to...
We got 42.
Okay, so you'd need like a couple of tow behinds in order to accomplish...
A big barge. Yeah. but it's not... We were filling up the fuel tanks today, because we're taking 2,700 litres of fuel. Okay. And the guy on the fuel dock was asking me the question, so, but you're solar? And I was having actually the same discussion with him. And he said, that's interesting, because you put 2,700 litres in. We didn't, because we've got plenty of fuel, but we topped up to 2,700 litres. Every other motor yacht going across the Atlantic is going to be taking 8,000 litres plus. You can convert that into US gallons.
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now because since we've chatted, I just finished a 1,200 nautical mile run, and I'll tell you right now, I burned about $20,000 in diesel. So let's do some numbers. Let's see. You said 2,000 liters. Let's see what that is.
2,700 litres in.
Oh, that's 500 gallons. That is nothing. It's 530 gallons if you're going to be real mean to me, Internet. That's it. That's all you've put in.
And it was cheap. It was cheap here for Europe. I think it was €101.24 per litre. Okay. I know that's not cheap for you US guys, but for us it is.
Okay, so you took advantage of an opportunity to top up. Makes perfect sense to me. But, okay, so this still sounds like, what is it, 2 hours a day generator run then? Or is it?
Well, it depends what the Kite does.
Okay.
But let's park that for a second. I think it's 2 to 3 hours of generator use. And again, it depends on the solar. So if the sun shines as we get further south and the sun's higher in the sky, we will generate more solar. Right. But if it's cloudy, then we don't control the weather. So.
It's so funny. I can't imagine cursing the clouds on one of these passages because normally it's like, oh, thank goodness it's not like blinding me for a few minutes. But you've got the opposite problem. You need that extreme light.
So we log every amount of solar that we gain. So we log it for last hour, last day, yesterday, last week, last month. And today, it's dark now here because it's 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Uh-huh.
We did 47 kilowatt hours of solar today, which isn't very much.
Okay.
So I've seen over 100 in June in the northern hemisphere when the sun's directly ahead. So we don't control the sun. We've got a deficit, but we are solar. You when it's dark, you don't get any solar going.
I'm so sorry. That is tragic. All right, let's go back to I've heard some folks say, why not just do a sailboat?
I come from a sailing background. My whole family grew up sailing, so I'm not against sailing. I love it. So 2 things that happens. One, if you put a sail on this boat, you're going to lose 50% of the solar. Granted, you'll get some. I mean, the last time I went across the Atlantic, we twinned Genoas out at front, and we just went downwind. So I get it, but our customers don't want a sail. Our customers want a sailing boat where they don't have to put the sails up that's silent. That's what we have. So we're not a sailing boat.
I love that.
Electric cat. But we might be a sailing boat when we put the Kite up.
Isn't that interesting? So this Kite is sort of the tease of the century for me because I'm really, really excited when you do finally get it up to see what happens to your overall numbers.
Right. So the Kite is something I know very little about.
Okay.
I used to windsurf. I've kite sailed badly, but I don't know much about it. So what we did, we cheated slightly and we dragged a kite surfing instructor on the voyage with us. So I have a German guy who is a brilliant mechanical engineer and a kite surf instructor, and he's coming with us. And it just takes pressure off me.
Brilliant.
And
brilliant.
He's even been out today to buy some glow sticks so we can potentially consider flying it at night.
Oh, that is really interesting. I hadn't considered that. I also don't know enough about these kites to. I mean, I don't think there's many captains out there who do. So, you got to start somewhere, I suppose. Yeah,
exactly.
Every boat's a little different. People are talking about how slow you have to go. And I was thinking about it, and 6 knots actually isn't that slow. 5 knots isn't that slow. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria averaged 4 knots their whole passage, and they still got there. So I actually think that your speed is sort of too quick if I'm honest, for what you're trying to accomplish.
You're right. We could slow down to 250 RPM, which is about 3 kilowatts per side, 3 kilowatt hours per side. And you could, during the day, you could probably sustain that on solar, but you can't sustain it at night. But it would massively reduce generator hours. It's difficult to understand whether we go 3 or 4 knots or whether we go 5 or 6 knots, but I don't want to speak more than 21 days is enough. It's enough.
This is completely understandable. I totally...
We'll have run out of food.
I don't know. I've seen those refrigerators. They're pretty massive. I mean, personally, from a safety standpoint, yes, you do have all of your weather information is coming in real time, and that's very valuable. But there's still the safety issue of you need to have a very clear picture of the weather window, and the slower you go, the less clear that picture gets. So I think you're making the right call by going a little faster. I think that's absolutely the right call as a captain.
Yeah, you also can't forget the human factor and the fact that every day you get up on one of these crossings and you're like, oh, it's the same sea, it's the same view. And even the guys coming in from Agadir to Lanzarote, it was only 2 days. They were like, oh, I'm looking forward to getting off the yacht. I was like,
uh-oh. I know some folks are better equipped for a passage than others. I think, yeah, there's a monotony to it. If you're not physiologically capable of really slowing down and letting the days and hours pass, then you're gonna have a less good time.
Yeah, the last time I did it 11 days and 12 days, and we're this at 21 days. It's a big difference. And none of the crew have done this before.
Wow.
So,
okay.
So if you go back to this whole question, it's a balance for sure.
Yeah. And
we know what the yacht does. We've done the figures. We know what it uses. It's all there on the internet for everybody to see. But, you know, it's bloody fly.
Bugs are part of it. Bugs are part of it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know where that came from.
Okay, so the next time we talk, you will have at least attempted to fly the kite. Does that sound right?
We would probably have lost 1 or 2 of them, but yeah.
Great. Even better. I'm so excited. Try to film it. Try to film it.
We've got, believe me, I think we've got about 5 or 6 GoPros and the drone. So I am so we will film everything because it's so new for me as well. And I'm really excited because I know from the comments how so many people are like, are you going to fly the kite? How big's the kite? How does it work? And I don't know, guys, but I'll tell you.
Perfect. I'm so excited.
And I'm probably going to lose the drone because I'm not very good at flying a drone, but it's worth the sacrifice because I can get the data on the controller, and if I get the data of the kite or videos of the kite flying from the drone,
worth it. Totally worth it.
Worth it. Yeah.
That is correct. That is how the internet works. I'm so pleased that you're putting all of this out there for everyone to see. Let's talk about the last things that people think about, and that is, you don't look like you've been at sea for a very long time. You look like all of the hotel systems are working just great. Is there anything? And that's what I predicted was going to break on you. So you haven't had any of those breakdowns yet.
No, we've spent a lot of time preparing the yacht. You know, it's 21 days at sea with no support. We've got every conceivable extra, a spare on this yacht. I know the yachts very well. Things will go wrong, but we've got twin water makers. We've got 2 generators. We've got enough fuel with at least a 25% reserve. So it is incredibly comfortable. When we were fueling up, we had a 42-foot sailboat in front of us who came and he was talking to about is it electric, and it's what people do. And he said they went across, they've got no air conditioning, no generator. I was like, no thanks.
Gross. No thanks.
So it's a massive space. And it's a luxury yacht. So it's not like you're doing it on, you know, a 40-foot sailing yacht with nothing and no home comforts. The washing machine's going every day. It's like there's 5 guys, so what do you expect?
You got a lot of underwear to wash. I get it.
There's a huge amount of preparation gone into getting the shot across safely, and there's lots of unknowns. The ocean is a very unforgiving place when you get it wrong, and I'm looking forward to it. We're as best prepared as we can be. Can't do anything other than that, than be prepared with every conceivable extra event hopefully dealt with. So I'm pretty comfortable.
Well said. Well said.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, Lordy. I gotta say, I am very excited about the internet response so far. There are a lot of solar electric folk out there that are very interested to see your numbers. I've already gone through some of the videos you've posted, and it is really interesting to see your kilowatt burn, your solar input, and the fact that you can actually track it day to day. I really like that. I hope that you slap all that information on the website when you're done, because it's practical, real world stuff, and I think people need to know what's possible.
100%. I agree with you that we will share the solar gain every single day of what it is in true fact. Okay. And that comes from our data, and it will vary substantially, but it's real data. It is what it is. Yeah. So no, nothing made up, absolute real data. There's comments where that people will say, "Oh, we've got a yacht that will cruise forever at 7 knots." I was like, really? Okay. So on the website, our web designers are pretty good. We'll make sure that starting tomorrow, we'll have some technical information for you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I feel like if I wasn't involved and if I didn't know you, I would be equally aggressive in the comments. So please forgive the internet for how rabid they are.
It doesn't matter. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Okay. And the internet is a place where you can get people happily sat behind their screens and they can say what they want. I don't care.
No, I'm excited about it. It means that they're thinking about it. And that's where we need to go with this, because that's how the technology advances, and that's how we get to the point where I'm doing 30 knots across the Atlantic on solar. That's how we do this, is people get interested, people push for more, better, more interesting, faster, more light balls coming in to make boats go. That's what I'm calling it, light balls. I know that photons is a word.
I'm going to call it how many light balls, kilowatts of light balls we got today.
Perfect. You're nailing it.
Oh, good.
I really appreciate you having these conversations with me. I think that you are exactly the right person to be doing this passage. You have the experience from so many maritime angles, and then the experience of this yacht in particular, the designers, the builders, the capacity of this very unique way of traveling slowly and monitoring your constant fill and output. It's such a unique way to think, and it really took me a while to get it when I got to go test that boat out. And so I'm so glad it's you and not me.
Thanks. You're doing it next time. Actually, I had one of our customers today called me and said he's got an 80 on order, and he said, will you take mine across next year? So if he's watching,
I'll take it.
Yes,
Let's go.
The 80? Yes, I will.
Yeah. That's a lot more solar panels. I'll take it. Let's go.
It'll be a lot more comfortable. No, I might end up doing it again. I said this would be the last one, but who knows? We shall see.
One of the more interesting questions that I've seen coming from the internet is about sea state and your burn rate. How much have you seen an impact on your kilowatt hours and range based on what kind of seas you're looking at?
It does make a difference. We haven't really had a chance to test it since leaving Gibraltar. So out in the ocean, you don't get the short, what we call Mediterranean chop, 7 second, but you get it's a swell. It's an ocean swell. And I remember last time the the waves might be 50 foot tall, but they're a mile apart. So it's a very different wave set. And you end up surfing down the wave at like 9 knots and then going back up at 4. But it evens out.
Right.
So it depends. But I don't think the oceanic waves are really going to make much of difference to what we're trying to do. For sure, out at on a Mediterranean crossing or going across from Bimini to Fort Lauderdale, the weather, the waves does make a difference for sure. But we'll let you know. We yet to see.
Exciting stuff. Thank you so much for having another one of these chats with me. I really can't tell you how excited I am to get firsthand access to all the questions that I've got about this very cool technology. Thank you again. And seriously, people, if you have any questions, drop them in here. I'm looking. I'm going to tell Steve not to, so he doesn't, get all bent out of shape about it. He's not going to get bent out of shape.
I'm fixed him.
He's a captain. He can handle it. But I'm looking. So ask, and I will find out for you. Let's do this.
Thanks, Boomies.
Thank you. So much fun.
See you soon.
Bon voyage.